Alright, I said the next episode would be a recap, but honestly, there's not that much to talk about, so I think we'll just go over it, and a lot of it I do say in the actual episode as well, but some of it I don't. So it's definitely a hard time for them. Like, half the clan is sick and or injured, and also a flood happens that kills 3 people, and just, yeah, everyone's kind of trying really hard to keep the clan from crumbling, and because of it, there's not really a lot of time to dedicate to for mentors to like grow closer to their apprentices. So they're all fairly distant, but I mean, it seems like the apprentices are developing good skills. Flickerstar was actually doing decently as a deputy, honestly. Another thing to know about apprentices, or another few things, is that one, most of them, mainly Tawnypaw and Gannetpaw, I think, were having weird dreams and mentioning dead cats and stuff. So that's something to keep in mind, but it never really went anywhere because it was all of them. Also Pigeonpaw, or Pigeon Tuft, I think his full name is, he's deaf. Yeah, that doesn't really come up, but he is deaf. Yeah, speaking of the flood, the cats that died are Nicky Mask, the guy that brought a few children with him and then became a medicine cat, Moonstem, you know Moonstem, and Soft Spirit. And yeah, poor Pansy Shadow, that's another cat she was really close to. And of course, poor Dewey Blake, who just lost a kid recently. Not only that, but then another kitten also died of white clother green cough, so it's just, yeah, it's really tough for him as well. It's also really tough for poor Storktuft, who keeps losing people and being unable to save them. Yeah, also Rot Whisker apparently was really close to Soft Spirit because he got like a warning message for him. And yeah, Blotchstar can't handle all of the death, all of the constant stress anymore. She's too old for this. She retired. And Flickerstar becomes leader. And at first, Flickerstar honestly does pretty good as a leader, but they start to argue more with their mate, and with time they kind of become really grumpy because of it. So Milkstrike feels like he basically hasn't achieved anything and no one's gonna remember him, and he hasn't done anything really to affect anything. And I think Storktuft is the one that like comforts him. Didn't pick a deputy, I let Flickerstar choose, and they chose Jfang for some reason. So Jfang is the deputy now. Also Moonstem in StarClan has apparently seen Pigeonpaw's future demise. I will say right now, Pigeonpaw does not die as an apprentice, so, or like at all right now as of the recorded episode, so that's still something that you need to keep an eye on. Yeah, so you remember how Nicky Mask died and everyone was still, a few cats were still sick. I'm pretty sure Pansy Shadow herself was still sick. I think Flickerstar had like yellow cough, Blotch Minnow had fleas, I think like some apprentices were injured, and also someone else. So yeah, there was a lot to do, and there was only one medicine cat again, so Pansy Shadow temporarily became a medicine cat. And at some point, that which I cannot pinpoint, it seemed like one time in the moon she wasn't injured, and there wasn't anything to indicate she was injured, but then I reopened the game and she just had the injured thing that I didn't even notice, and then a few moons later suddenly she's missing an eye. So I have no idea what happened there, but yeah, Thrushspot only has one eye now. Also Ivy Splash transitioned to female. And Milkstripe, trying to be more helpful, decides to go help train Pigeonpaw, whose actual mentor, right, yeah, it was Almond Pelt, who spent like his entire apprenticeship pretty much. She went out with him maybe twice, but she spent pretty much her entire apprenticeship being either sick or injured. It was something else. So yeah, that was, Milkstripe was just one of the people that Pigeonpaw got passed on to, and he was doing pretty good with that, stopping him from like starting a war and stuff. And then Guspa nearly died to an owl and had a bunch of scratches, which didn't like fully, really healed, but there was a bit of stuff left. Milkstripe, apparently after all of that, becomes like the world's best hunter that everyone really likes. Not sure how that happened, but it did. And Rot Whisker, you guys probably remembered me saying that he was gonna retire soon, but because he was Featherpaw's mentor, he did have to actually stay until he became a warrior, which did happen within the time skip. All the apprentices became warriors. I'm not sure I remember all of their names. I think one was Tawny Tail. I probably have images of them, I just didn't copy them. Hold on. Tawny Tail was definitely one of them. Tawny Pie, if you guys remember, was the oldest apprentice, so that's why it was the easiest for me to remember her name. Because her sister died, so there wasn't anyone else to worry about. Then later, Feather Whisker, who, yes, is named the same name as a ThunderClan Medicine Cat, but like the game chose it, and I mean, it sounds cute enough. His brother, Gannet Tuft, who actually did Ganetpaw mention Tuft Claw? One of them did. It may have been Gannet Tuft. I need to check. Yes, actually, I don't think there's any plausible way for the game to have done that on purpose, considering it should have, like, yeah, I can't think of any way for it to be on purpose, but he did actually mention talking to Tuft Claw in his dreams, so his name makes sense. And then we have Gus Daisy, who got a scar. I think this is the scar from the eagle or whatever attacked him. And Pigeon, I said his name was Pigeon Tuft, it's Pigeon Speckle actually, which makes sense in the same way that... Now I can't even remember... Oh yeah, it was Thrush Spot. Yeah, so it basically even like seems like he was named after her somewhat, because it's the same kind of pattern, bird and then spots, and they basically have the same fur pattern in the first place. And yeah, that's all the apprentices. And Feather Whisker and Gus Daisy are dating. And and Flickerstar and Almond Pelt did actually end up breaking up, like right as I ended that time skip. And Flickerstar has been even grumpier since. Alright, now that we are done with this time skip recap, the latest thing that's happened is Ivy Splash is done with Green Cuff. And yeah, so let us see. This is what StarClan's looking at like. They did get some very unfortunate additions. And I believe it was Nikki Mask, Soft Spirit, and Moonstem. No one's really died since. And yeah. One thing that I totally predicted that was going to happen, and that happened, was Flickerstar and Almond Pelt breaking up, because I thought that Flickerstar didn't really have much romantic interest in Almond Pelt in the first place, and probably shouldn't have gone along with her advances. And yeah, does she not like Flickerstar either? Nope. Again, I figured, and it's interesting that Flickerstar is now acting pretty mean, because there was definitely a time where everyone was like snappy and kind of uninterested. As I said, that resulted in like all of these cats having kind of distant relationships with all of their mentors and stuff, because it was a hard time. Everyone was getting sick and stuff. There weren't enough medicine cats. A lot of people had died. And Pansy Shadow did end up becoming a medicine cat in order to help. And yeah, I guess the other big things that have happened is, like I said, the retirement and becoming leader, and G-Fang is now deputy, which I think he's probably pretty fine at being a deputy, as far as I've seen over the time skip at least. Rot Whisker's retired, Blush Minnow's retired, Feather Whisker and Gus Daisy are mates now, and Ferret Cat was found by, I think it was Dewey Blink, but she's not adopted by anybody. She's just there. Oh, and Zim also joined, right? So, yeah, it is currently New Leaf. Seems like, other than Zim, who has green cough and a sprain, for Zim, looks like everyone's feeling pretty healthy. And let's go over everyone's stats. Flickerstar's being kinda mean, even though for a while it seems like they were doing good. I guess because of the strained relationship with the Almond Pelt, they're kinda taking it out on others. Maybe they're insulting Almond Pelt. J-Fang is leaving camp, apparently not saying what he's about to do, but I assume he's probably checking out something that he doesn't want to needlessly worry people about. Pansy Shadow's talking to birds. Strucktuff wants to go on patrol with Rush Spot. Milkstripe is sharpening his claws. And he is thankfully feeling good now about himself. Almond Pelt got scent of a fox, so we'll send her out on the border patrol as usual. Dewey Blink is feeling a little upset today. Thrush Spot wants to battle, always. Maybe with the fox, and I genuinely have no idea what happened to her eye. It kind of sounds like she just went blind and the game didn't have, for whatever reason, a way to show that without giving her this huge scar on her face, because I really do not remember her getting injured. Oh, I didn't know that was a thing. Huh. Scar-based snakebite and a fox. Maybe that's what that is then. Maybe it was a fox and I just missed it. Alright, but yeah, she seems to be doing pretty good. We'll check out people's relationships in a second as well. Zim is being hard on himself, probably because he is the only one that's needing care right now. He's strict and a good teacher, very young. Badgerbelt has to go hunting, that's alright. Ivy Splash is feeling content. Tiny Tail is being creepy. Feather Whisker is napping. Gannet Tuft is feeling nervous. Gus Daisy wants to go on a hunting patrol. Pigeon Speckle is in the medicine den. Blush Meadow is feeling proud of her children. Rot Whisker is looking forward to the day. And Ferret Cat is feeling sassy today. And she's a noisy cat. Let me quickly look through these as well. Oh, that's where it says mentors. But as you can see, Almond Pelt did not actually even influence Pigeon Speckle. I think they actually have a negative relationship because Almond Pelt kept like getting injured and just not being and not like wanting to go out while injured and help out Pigeon Speckle and stuff, and so they ended up having a tense relationship, I believe. Now it seems like they've made up somewhat, but yeah, at the time influence was not strong. Same with Badgerpelt and Gus Daisy, even though I imagine those two are fairly close because family. Yeah, Ivy Splash transitioned, let's not forget that, and like respect her identity. J-Fang actually, I think, had a decent influence, if I'm remembering this correctly, and they are an excellent fighter because of J-Fang. Dewey Blink had somewhat of a relationship, not a big one, and yeah. Badgerpelt did become very smart because of Almond Pelt. Remember that. Storktef Solology had a good influence on Storktef. That's nice. Yeah, so Ferret Kid doesn't know anyone yet. Rotwhisker is getting even more tense with his daughter. Apparently dislikes some of these people as well. Still no idea why she dislikes Storktef so much. But maybe we can eventually figure it out. Pigeon Speckle doesn't really like Feather Whisker, but it's not reciprocated. He also doesn't like Storktef. And yeah, the apprentices of the younger generations mostly are fairly close with each other and have some of the biggest relationships. Because like I said, they were the ones that mostly were there for each other during that time, because all the cats with big positions were all busy trying to keep the clan from dying. Anyways, I'm pretty sure someone wanted to go. You can go on a lone border patrol, I guess. Let's do that. Wow, so I guess that was what Jifang was doing. And Whisper, the new medicine cat. That's nice. That's actually great. Let's see the kittens then. We have little Fur Kit, who's impulsive and male. Hill Kit, who's also male and impulsive. And Pond Kit is also male but bouncy. Alright, she wanted to go on patrol with Thrush Spot, so there she is. Badger Pelt and Gus Daisy both want to go on a hunting patrol, which they are mentor and apprentice, so that's nice that they're trying to get, that they're getting along still, somewhat. And I know she wanted to go on a border patrol, so... Oh no, that was a hunting. Oh, whatever. You guys are gonna help with herbs. And so then you guys all go check out that fox and she can get the herbs on her own. There we go. Alright, continuing with this. And yeah, it did. The recap that I made does skip the introduction of Zim, who's encouraging the deputy to be more harsh at the moment, and little Ferret Kit, who was yeah, see, it's not gonna tell me what happened, and I have no idea. Oh, there's Webby. Well, we're gonna go and try to find Webby. Well, actually we can't because the patrols are over, but guess let's look. Flickerstar. Alright, Ji-Heng is apparently not being harsh enough, or at the very least so thinks the new cat. He's immediately rethinking his life choices. Zim thinks the deputy needs to be more harsh. Very cute. Alright, Ivy Splash, she really likes appearing in this event tab for some reason. Zim is feeling better, not nice. Watchman, Almond Pelder having its agreement. Hill Kit's apparently uncomfortable. I did actually see something in the video that I want to talk about. Apparently Furkit, was that also Furkit? The one that was, no, that was Hillkit. Furkit is scolding Sim apparently. Yes, Webby is still around. Okay, good. Right, so apparently, no, they're not feeling great about being leader. But I did see that they apparently had some romantic like for Pansy Shadow. So I'm gonna send those two out together, I think, assuming neither of them is like injured. But yeah, Flickerstar is apparently really struggling to not have negative relationships. J-Fang is just relaxing. I wonder if Ivy Splash is kind of like Holy Leaf in that way, you know, because she's half clan, and also apparently still sick. Ferret Kit, come on. I actually wonder, which apprentice did she protect from the fox? It was one of them. It was Pigeon Speckle, so I wonder if Pigeon Speckle like respects Rush Spot a lot. Kind of. Oh, maybe that's why he's named Pigeon Speckle and really is after her. I'm checking out the relationships of the kids because I'm curious who I might give them to as an apprentice later. And apparently Ferret Kid is close to Pond Kid. but dislikes Zim, probably because Zim is strict. We have some really pretty kittens this time, by the way. Okay, so Fur Kid actually likes Zim and feels pretty comfortable with Jfei apparently. And Hell Kid doesn't know anyone other than his family. And Pond Kid knows Ferret Kid. Anything else going on that I need to be aware of? Yeah, this is his apprentice, by the way. Look at that amazing relationship. Wow, I know. Blush Meadow, the very old cat. She loves her sons and also Pansy Shadow. So Pigeon Speckle does also have romantic feelings for Feather Whisker, but I'm pretty sure those aren't returned. And Gus Daisy's dating Feather Whisker and has a lot of romantic but non-platonically apparently. And also likes Ganondorf, but also not platonically. Right, Gus Daisy apparently has some dislikes, especially for Millstripe. Does Pigeon Speckle like Millstripe? Kind of. I'm not too much in the mood today. Who was it that just had like a really bad relationship with someone? It was Starspot, I think. Oh, and right. Alright, this is day 3 of trying to record this episode, so I am sorry if I end up forgetting something. I did try to keep things in check, but who knows. Apparently Pigeon Speckle's hanging out in the leader's den right now. I'm gonna, she's doing her series right now, and and she's not the only one who does this thing in particular, where you kind of see what the cats are doing, where the cats are positioned at the start of each moon. And this is like a bonus one because we are gonna skip in a second, but yeah. But one thing that she said that I do kind of want to implement that specifically for her is the idea of making queens, like whoever's looking after the kids, mediators, and specifically having them mediate between their kittens and whoever, and kind of helping integrate them into society that way and like influence their relationships and stuff. Whisper though is a medicine cat, but I think if I switch him, well, we're not gonna do it this time, but I think if I switch him to mediate then switch to medicine cat, it'll be fine. Actually, who's looking after Ferret Kid? That's a good question. Let's see everyone's stuff. Alright, maybe we could have G-Thing like check out the borders and stuff if he's maybe worried about that. Everyone really doesn't like that river. You can get to know Zim better. Nothing's stopping you. Yeah, Thirst Spot is being very scary as usual. Yeah, everyone really has a problem with water in this clan. Come on now, Ivy Splash. What are you sick with? Just a runny nose. What friends does Pigeon Speckle actually have? I guess stork theft? I would say like friends are at least 2 points, and Flickerstar is kind of close, but there's also a lot of dislikes, so I guess Ganetsoft is another friend. Ivy Splash, who that's your mother, so of course. So I guess Ganetsoft, Gus Daisy, who is your brother, and then Storktuft are your friends that you're laughing with. You're worried about Seed Kit. Seed Kit is that's the dead one, right? Yeah. Right, that was one of the things that made her retire. You're feeling unappreciated as an elder. Well, that's not good. You're talking to birds, you're staring, you're hungry, you're talking to yourself. Alright, we're going to go skip a moon. Oh, wrong button. Are we sure there isn't something going on here? Because, like, first of all, I'm starting to think the universe is making a conspiracy against Pansy Shadow because everyone she's ever loved is dying. But also, this is the second leader that's retired and then was found dead. Yes, Ivy Splash's runny nose is very important in this situation. Right, Pansy Shadow's probably gonna be grieving again. Right, her children are obviously both upset. Goodness. It would be good to see. Had I remembered who I was so sure I was recording. Had I remembered, or at least like taking a picture. But I don't have any evidence of who invited the first kitten, ferret kit into the clan, so I can't really have them be a queen. I wanna keep an eye on Whisper's relationships right now, but there hasn't really been anything yet. Julia Blink is talking to Furkit, that's good. Badgerpelt caught Julie Blink complaining. Feather Whisker's apparently being lazy, or so Ivy Splash thinks. Ivy Splash is kind of a stickler to the code, so maybe her opinion could be a bit off. Feather Whisker said something that rubbed Julie Blink the wrong way. Okay, I'm not gonna read all of this. I mean, I am, but not out loud. Tiny Tail and Feather Whisker are having some issues. Everyone's really fighting over the spray pile. Fret Kit is having a mock battle with Hell Kit. Okay, Whisper is getting along with Dewey Blink somewhat, I guess. And Dewey Blink was getting along with one of Whisper's kits. So maybe he'll be a mentor? We might actually have... I think J-Tail is a pretty sensible cat, so together with Flickerstar I think I could actually let them assign mentors a little bit. And yeah, then the pain. Alright, Blatchminnow, you're just sleeping. Nothing interesting to say. What is Pigeon Speckle's secret? Pigeon Speckle didn't kill Blatchminnow, right? Surely not. I'm gonna write this down. Great. We already had someone see Pigeon Speckle's future demise. Now Gus Daisy's as well. You're proud of Badgerpelt. Thank you for something wholesome for once. Poor Gooseball. Alright. I'm going to write down Sootfoot Nose's secret? Just like with a question mark. But if he did, he wasn't around for... Oh yeah, he is deaf, but that's not a secret. If it was him, then who killed Tuftclaw? Half of these cats weren't even around for that. Flickerstar was, Pansy Shadow was, but Pansy Shadow would not do that. Pansy Shadow loved Tuftstar like a mother. So we have Flickerstar, Flicker Needle at the time, Stork Tuft, Almond Pelt, I think Dewy Blink was there, Thrush Spot. None of these people. Rot Whisker. Those were the cats that were there. And I think Flicker Needle, Rot Whisker... actually, Thrush Spot might not have even been a warrior at the time, so I don't know. But how long has she been dead? 39 moons, alright. And how long has Thrush Spot been a warrior? Okay, Thrush Spot. I'm trying not to accuse you of murder, actually. 39. So that's 38. And then 38 minus 30. She was still like a decently young apprentice. So I don't think it was Thrush Spot. Storktop was a young warrior. I suppose she could, but I mean, it's so out of character, just like with Pansy Shadow. Almond Pelt, I think... Okay, everyone is being very shady right now, but... Almond Pelt... Also, just doesn't really seem like she would do that. A Flickerstar technically could have, but also, why would they do it if... I see they keep complaining, so I feel like they didn't want the power in the first place that much. It could be Rot Whisker, but like there's no reason for it to not be. But also, why would you do that? You know, like not. If this is a conspiracy, they're not killing active leaders or deputies. They're killing leaders that have already retired and are in their way. So, like it's weird. Something is happening, but I can't imagine what. Is there like, I don't know, is there like a clan that's going around killing elders or something? Something's up. Flickerstar feels overworked. J-Fang caught a rabbit. Pansy Shadow is cleaning the taste of bowl. You know, I think I'm gonna let you be a warrior for today. Milkstripe is honestly starting to be real deputy material. Almond Pelt is avoiding the topic of why our retired leaders are dying. Doodling caught scent of an enemy warrior, so maybe it was another clan. Thrush Spot, I think, is planning a murder. I'm a little worried about that. Zim is happy though. He doesn't seem like he really cares all that much about anyone in the clan, honestly, so... Except for Gus Daisy, apparently. He really likes Gus Daisy. So, I'm not surprised that he's not phased. He does dislike Ferret Kid for some reason. It seems like Ferret Kid is building some relationships, honestly. Badgerpelt is understandably not feeling great about his mother dying. Yeah, those two are not gonna be able to work. It sounds like Ivy Splash wants to go out, so we'll say that she did, just not, like, with us. Tiny's tail is happy, apparently. Why are you happy, Tiny Tail? That's suspicious. See, Gusty's being reasonable. Pigeon Speckle is just playing with his tail again. Rot Whisker sharing tongues with, or wants to share tongues with Almond Pelt. Does Fairy Kit want to be mentored by Pigeon Speckle? I mean, it's not impossible, but yeah, you dislike Zim, you like two of the other kids a lot. For kittens, this is a lot. For Kid is apparently also fairly upset at what happened. You did not know the dead cats. Hill Kid is stuck in a tree again. And Pond Kid is asking older cats how kids are born. How does Whisper, who was a long way back, how was Whisper feeling about other cats? Likes Dewey Blink. And you think Dewey Blink has a relationship with one of the kids? Yes. Furkit, and Furkit does like Dewey Blink, so maybe Whisper will try to encourage that. We do not allow romantic, what the heck? Encourage Hillkit, Pondkit, I think that one's Furkit actually. Alright, Furkit with Dewey Blink. Mediate so that they have a bigger relationship and potentially can become mentor and apprentice. Whisper honestly looks like kind of a mix between Dewey Blink and Furkit. Alright, who wants to go hunting? G-Fang? You're gonna stay Medicine Cat because we need people to gather herbs. Pansy Shadow will go. Pansy Shadow might not be able to work actually. No, she's not able to work. Okay, so stay Medicine Cat then. Who other than J-Fang wants to go hunting? No one? Alright, so I'm going to have Gus, Daisy, and not J-Fang, I think Dewey Blink? Yes, go on a patrol. I guess Feather Whisker will come with. On a border patrol to see what's going on. Feather Whisker, no, now is not the time for that. Maybe I shouldn't have had two Medicine Cats go on the same patrol, but yeah. So they caught a mouse. You also wanted to go on a hunting patrol. And the two of you just do whatever. Stinky Tail! Stinky Tail has joined the clan. Hello, Stinky Tail. I mean, she is childish, so maybe she named herself that as a joke. You know anyone yet? No, that was the wrong button. Nope, they do not. Alright, Last Moon. Ferret Paw is apprenticed to Milk's tribe. I'm actually happy with that. Yeah, Pansy Shadow at this point is kind of starting to get numb to pain, I imagine, to like grief. You can relate. Thrush Spot fought a hawk and got hurt. Tongue Tail no longer has a runny nose. Whisper has a stomachache. Flickerstar is being scolded by Storksaft. Frotwhisker's spreading a rumor about his daughter. Two bloodthirsty cats, this is not gonna end well. I think Storksaft is attempting to mediate between them. Thrashspot does not like that. People like Furcat apparently quite a lot. You're talking to Thrashspot. I don't know if you want a bloodthirsty cat mentoring your kids though. Pretending to be Gus Daisy, huh? Alright. Flickerstar is alone in the den. Only one of the kittens is in the nursery right now. And over here we have the medicine cats, so nothing interesting really there. Most cats seem gathered around. Except that Hillkit seems to be visiting the elders. Your apprentice ceremony isn't in a while, level 1. You're really bonding with your mentor. Well, I'll take your word for it, Ferret Paw. And your trait is sneaky. Everyone really wants to visit the medicine cat right now. Yeah, see, I think Dewy Blink is gonna mentor Furcat. Almond is feeling gloomy. So who knows what's going on with her? Was she in any way close to the cat that died? Yes, actually. Alright. Another question is, was she in any way close to, or like even know Tough Claw? And I don't think she really did. No, man, that's not good. J-Fang also doesn't want to talk about stuff, apparently. Starting to get tired, you can probably tell. So we are going to end the episode as soon as I'm done with this. Oh, I accidentally sent her out without her mentor. Oops. That's just further proof of how tired I am, though. Alright, we are ending the episode.